Though J.J. Redick said, Fish, they're hoping he can extend his minutes a little bit and then get up to speed, because what comes after that? Playoffs.
Really important, Mike, as you mentioned, to kind of start Marcus off the right way, make sure his body's ready to handle an increased minutes workload, but he is going to be so key to playoff success for this team.
Boy, Luke Kennard has really shown that he is the complete package when he wants to run a team on the outside. Hachimura, Rui, reverse layup is good! Again, as we mentioned, the lineup really wasn't much for Golden State last night. Let's be honest, as Grayson Allen misses, but the Lakers shot the ball extremely well at Chase Center last night. And Dylan Brooks rips it away from two Lakers. They've got 6 to shoot. Grayson Allen with Rui in front of him. Bounces now down low. They're going to have to fire it up. They may be under direct.
Vote getters for most improved player this year. He's had a great season for the Phoenix Suns. Started a lot of games with Jalen Green out of the lineup, and normally would come off the bench with no Devin Booker or Green tonight.
Yeah, he set a franchise record for most threes in a season.
Cisco last night, seeing the ball go in early and kept and maintained that rhythm throughout the night.
Lakers turn him over. It's 2-on-4. Here comes Luke all the way. Score!
Luke Kennard with the right hand as well in transition, and like you said a few moments ago, like showing he can do more than just catch and shoot.
Yeah, defense to offense that time. Gillespie anywhere on the floor, he's open. Really, so is Grayson Allen. He's going to show it right there, and he knocks it down. LeBron, Fish, he aggravated a hand injury last night that he initially hurt in Detroit.
You just, you have to flush. I mean, the most hydrant. And so many things are moving so fast, but really composed and within himself, authentically.
This used to be a very poor defensive team, and now they're
guys as well on the perimeter.
Yeah, they're a top 10 defense if you're looking at rating. Mark Williams is underneath, and he lays it up in the court. Attacking 47 for the Lake Show. Trying to win their 52nd of the year. They've already won one more than they did all of last year. Jake had, 16 last night? One of his top scoring games in a long time. Underneath, there is a little fallback, step back by Luke, and here comes Phoenix.
The Suns are really aggressive, attacking in transition, playing off of their defense. Turned it over there, though.
You said that's one of the keys. They will turn you over. One of the better teams in the league at forcing mistakes. 8 corner of the key. He had it going last night also.
Yeah, the Warriors just a smaller team on the
no
front
chance,
line.
right?
No chance to really cover DeAndre. But tonight with Mark Williams on the interior, we'll see if DeAndre can still attack the basket and rebound well.
How about 1-2 ball? That's to be expected. He's a battling LeBron. That rivalry has gone back numerous years. LeBron on the outside going to try to hit another 3 and does!
Means his confidence is really maxed out.
And for a guy that's that age, been around that long, it's an easy transition as Gillespie shoots and doesn't score. From the third option back to what he always has been, the number 1 option.
And doing it the right way, right?
He's 8 nuns underneath.
In that way, and really feel settled in, and the team's responding well to him, starting the game strong last night as well as tonight.
He is in the top 10 in assists. Backing down is Brooks. That's going to be off the back of the rim. Williams is underneath, and a foul on Dion.
Completing the pass in terms of LeBron executing it, but trusting that your teammate can just catching the ball cleanly. And so LeBron still showing that trust is great.
And I mentioned, and to your point, I said he's 10th in the assist leader.
Scored the most points in the history of the game,
right?
While also being a guy that is a willing passer and makes his teammates better.
Well, LaRavia wants a review. Right, and it is not an offensive foul. It's just a no call, and the Lakers will have it with 24 seconds and a fresh shot clock and an ability to challenge another time during the course of the game. LeBron, who's already got 9 points in the contest. Setting the tone early. Here's LeBron, little follow-away. Bank shot is good. What a way to come out and start this game.
It was good offense by the Lakers involving LeBron. Gillespie switches onto LeBron. All he has to do is get to his spot and shoot right over the top.
Brooks is underneath. Can't score, but tipped up of this team. He's going to get the basketball from Kennard. He's in very deep. He's double teamed. Looks for some help. Finds Luke. He's open. 4-3. Got it! And
on his career, he's high 30%, 40% three-point shooter in a lot of seasons, and really has been as kind of a stretch shooter as well as a versatile defender.
You know, Jordan Goodwin, that's a guy the Lakers could have used. I mean, that's one that got away, if you put it that way.
Yeah, and there's, some of the unintended consequences of trying to manage your salary cap, luxury tax, etc. not being able to maintain Jordan Goodwin, but happy for him that he's getting opportunity in Phoenix and playing his way into a guy that's going to have hopefully standard contracts for a long time.
Lakers 7 out of 10 before that shot by Rui. Straight away and just hit the front of the rim. And LaRavia. Obviously, it's a career year stealing the basketball for him. Now LeBron. That's turnover number 4 already for Phoenix here in quarter number 1. Lakers trying to keep their hopes alive for the there. Well, Dillon averages over 25 a game versus the Lakers this year. A good fake by LeBron. Down if it goes, and it does not.
Because of the 2 early made threes. And so most of the time when you're guarding LeBron, you're thinking of him trying to attack the paint. Now that he's made a couple threes, he'll be able to live at the free throw line all night.
The 74%er knocks it down, and that's one thing the Lakers didn't shoot a great percentage even last night when they shot the ball well everywhere else. Hey, Laker fans, gear up for your next adventure this spring with a premium rental car for a great price. Unlock your special Laker discount right now and save 20%. Rent the car with 6, the official rental car partner of your Lake Show. With the basketball, it is O'Neal. They dump it down low. Blocked by Ayton. Get that out of here on a shot by Ryan Dunn. Kennard. Bounce and a good one. Here comes LeBron. Time. And here's Bronny getting early minutes again.
Yeah, you saw that graphic about the dunks. Like, that's an impactful statistic. Like, players lose that ability, right, to finish above the rim as consistently. Not his ability to still finish plays at the rim that way. Really impressive. And then Ronnie Jr., he's got the fresh bunnies. He'll be dunking for a long time.
On the outside, it's O'Neal. They got Dunn, O'Neal, Iguodala, Bouye, and Fleming on the floor for Phoenix. For the Lakers, Vanderbilt, 8, James, and Rui. Oh, and it's Rui painted off.
Under control and then wrap the ball back around his back to Rui. And Rui knows he has to shoot that one. You can't try to dribble that pass.
They'll work it around the perimeter with the Lakers holding a 29-14 advantage. Ronnie, long lead, looking for LeBron. It's a 12-0 Laker run, and they turn it over. LeBron peels himself off the deck. Now here is a Bouye. Outside on its way for 3, not there. Tap once, taken, and Bronny's under there to grab the rebound.
It's been really good for Bronny to get these early minutes in these games and get experience on the floor with other starters, other key players, and then also playing against starters and key players for the opposing team.
Now this goes right back out. Rui's going to get it back. A little 2-man game on the perimeter with 5, with 4. Rui, oh, it was almost
what LeBron did there on the break.
Now he knows. And here's Rui. Obviously he's looking for more. All right, 12,000. What another great milestone for him.
Think about that. LeBron's, he's going to be top 5, top 3, top 2 in every list we've ever known, but John Stockton will never be passed.
Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, probably.
Insane.
Never say never, right? Yeah.
He was so good.
I just did. There's Grayson Allen working on Ayton. That's little on big. Of course, Ayton was the #1 pick for this club a few years back. Fleming's in the corner. He hits it. Not an easy shot. Corner 3 for Rasheer Fleming.
Not easy at all. Fleming knocking down the corner 3.
They might have given him a 2 there, Fish.
Got it long 2. That was a great pass by Royce O'Neal, though, driving, spreading it out to the opposite corner.
30-16. Bronny tries to bounce it now to Ayton. They missed the connection. Allen surveying left, right. Gillespie had it, didn't want to shoot it. Iguodala gives it to him. Going to go right around Bronny. Wide open is O'Neal. This is an situation. That's tapped and taken. Second chance opportunity for the Phoenix Suns with 2:11 to play here in quarter number 1. Grayson Allen. They're crashing the boards right now. It's going to be Phoenix basketball.
What they can control, which is to win this game tonight and win the game on Sunday. And if that means 4th, it means 4th. But you don't want to put yourself in a position where you lose complete control by not taking care of business tonight.
If the Lakers win both their games, as that one is thrown up and in by O'Neal, they can fall no further than 4th, which means they will host the first round of the playoffs, which is huge. And of course, you can get tickets for those when they do go on sale at Lakers Ticket Exchange. On the outside, Smith now to Kleba. Kleba from the corner. Jake was honing in on that rebound, couldn't get it. By the way, Kobe Buckin was waived today, so they've opened up a spot in the roster as Kobe will not be around for the postseason.
And, you know, I don't know the exact numbers, but my guess builds your roster.
And they're trying to get into playoff mode, at least for the first time without AR. Free throw time coming up for Grayson Allen. All right, Laker fans, you know the drill. Tacos are on the line again tonight. If the Lakers win, you're going to score 2 free tacos with a drink purchase from Jack in the Box the day after the game, which is
Masters at some point this weekend for sure.
A lot of folks do that. You're going to watch any tournament of the year. That's it. Spinning around out of trouble is Smith Jr., who's found his way back into the rotation after being buried at the end of the bench like forever. Here's Marcus into the game, and he launches one. So after about 8 games on the bench, Marcus Smart, that foot is finally healed up. The bounce underneath and wide open to Duncan after.
Not only had he been shooting the basketball well, but he'd been making plays for his team.
Coach and, of course, champion, multiple-time champion with your Lakers, Iguodaro. Now off to Gillespie. By the way, it was 9 games that Smart missed. He's back. Gillespie, a little pump fake. 2-1. They're not going to get a shot away. They're just not going to do it. And they play on with the Lakers 3-on-2. Smart is the middleman. Now he'll reorganize and give it to LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron has already played 9 minutes.
Good defensive possession, though, by the Lakers. I was going to say their ability now, seeing if they can get to a shot that they like.
Well, obviously the rotation has changed because normally LeBron would only play 6 minutes in the first quarter, but he played 9. And he's back into the game right now. They double up on the sideline, and they're going to call a timeout.
Energy. The second group, LeBron went off the floor. Second group comes on for the Suns, and they did a good job of kind of speeding the Lakers up. The Lakers weren't able to get high-quality shots as often.
And then Junior, James, and Smart on the floor for Phoenix. O'Neal, Allen, Iguodaro, Gillespie, and Mark Williams. That one was right off the rim. He blew the layup. And then they had another opportunity underneath that they botched, so it's going to be taken by the purple and gold, but they're wearing their black uniforms tonight, trimmed in purple and gold. Here is LeBron. Now to the outside. Marcus is playing a 2-man game. Keep away. LeBron backing in with 3 to shoot. Marcus for 3. Rebound, Grayson Allen.
And the Lakers again got to an action that allowed them to get LeBron with Gillespie in the middle of the floor. LeBron has the second guy come over, sprays it out to Marcus. Shot didn't go in. There's a great shot created.
Fish, here's another second chance opportunity. Underneath, kind of it goes. It goes. What a play by Allen.
Competing at a quicker speed in terms of offensive rebounds, and that's how they're chipping away at this lead.
Fish, I got bad news for you. Lakers are out of fouls.
That is bad news.
Out of fouls, and we're just under the 9-minute mark. Probably bad news for all of us if it's going to take some of the wind out of the sails of this game. You never like to have stoppage after stoppage. We'll see how the Lakers play, though, defensively without fouling, if they can do it. Here's Smith Jr. in the corner. Rebound taken by Iguodaro. Iguodaro. O'Neal again. 3 of the top players not playing for Phoenix. And for the Lakers, 3 of their top players out of the lineup tonight. And we're going to have something to do with him leaving the game as he was hobbling off.
That's why Jordan was frustrated.
Yeah. Underneath, laid up and missed. And rebound's going to be taken by LeBron. They're going to have a 5-on-4 power play coming the other way. LeBron right back to Rui. Open 3, left side, right hand. Not going to get there. It's tapped out and taken by Gillespie. Lakers had a lead of 16 at one point here in the first half, and it's down to only 4. Gillespie on its way.
Sometimes on a back-to-back,
as they get another way too easy on the offensive glass.
Yeah, sometimes on the back-to-back, really, as you see there, the offensive rebounds, the second chance points. But the Lakers starting out strong, like that energy is there right away to start. And then as the game goes on, like you played last night, and that fatigue and endurance and stamina does start to weigh on you. Right. So your margin for error is smaller. You have to execute better. You have to communicate better on the defensive end.
And with that in mind, they did what they needed to do, jump out early. But now, as you said, they are just getting worked. And by the way, with that jump shot, Phoenix has the lead. They had the lead earlier. That is the 3rd lead change tonight. We've been tied 1 time. Phoenix is really heating up on both ends of the floor. That's the deal. Here's Kennard. There's an entanglement there of O'Neal and LeBron. By the way, Dylan Brooks
down when I'm swinging the golf club too, so I am forgetful. But the Lakers, as you see, Luke Kennard there the game around
in a big time way. 19. That is not a mispronunciation or a misprint. Brooks.
Draymond Green is very similar. Like, these guys are good human beings.
This right now from Morongo.
Eddie Griffin live
Tonight, as we mentioned. So Denver, if they win against San Antonio, they will lock up a home court advantage in round number 1. A lot has to do with Houston also.
And, you know, health is the most important priority in these situations, but you also tip the scale in your favor when you can play at home to start and have some confidence and some rhythm before you get out there on the road.
Yeah, LeBron underneath where he can do damage, and that was a really fine outlet pass.
Yeah, the Lakers do a great job of their eyes going up in transition and making their teammates better. The Suns came right back.
Yeah, took it out of the net, Fish. Took it out of the net and came back.
They like to make that advance pass.
Luke's going to find himself wide open just inside the free throw line, about a 13-footer.
Yeah,
it's good for 2 more.
Good floor.
Brooks with 8 all over him, and another offensive rebound. They already have 19 second chance points. It's about to be 21 right there on the lay-in by Dylan Brooks.
And again, his offensive game, like he's ultra aggressive. He looks to score the ball much more than he did in Memphis and Houston.
He had 19 of his 28 in their last game against Dallas. A game they were way up and then held on at the end. Underneath, they had a man to the popcorn machine. And his mentor with the Lakers during that time. And lock in your seats right now at Lakers.com/ticket exchange. Final game of the regular season right here on Sunday at 5:30 against Utah. More on Luke Kennard and Michael.
Yeah, so the games since Reeves and Doncic out, right, more point guard or on the ball play for Kennard. 28 assists to 4 turnovers, and that's the biggest reason why. He said he thinks it's basketball IQ. You know, Fish, he really just understands the game. He knows angles, he knows when to attack and when not to. And you even saw that on that last play, right, going down, getting Mark Williams to bite in the fake. He's just a smart, heady basketball player.
Well, I know Big Gang gonna be upset with me for talking good about a Duke basketball player, but Luke Kennard is a very well-rounded player, and oftentimes
on cue, I was thinking that one rattled in and out, heartbreak.
Yeah, like most of these players in the league are asked to play.
4th foul now on Dylan Brooks. He's got 6. I think he's dead set on using all of them here tonight.
Possibly in the first half.
It might be. Good opportunity, good chance for that. Here's Rui, that would have counted. Luke will shoot the technical foul. Lakers right in the middle of the pack. Good look at Rui. Had a season high in steals last night. Last 5 starts averaging about 15.5 points and shooting 56% from 3-point range.
Get a lot of volume or opportunity to shoot the basketball. But again, you talk about great role. He reminds me of Luke Walsh and Trevor Ariza, guys that like were capable of doing much more than they were allowed to do, but played the role that was best for the team.
Yeah, he's well over 100 threes this year. I think he's going to fall just short of being the number 2 man 3-point shooting to Austin Reeves. Luka, of course, is number 1 all the way with the shot clock winding down. They tap it, and it's going to be controlled by the Lakers. Still more offensive rebounds for Phoenix and total rebounds for the Lakers. 3.5 to play. Remember, we're sending it to the studio in El Segundo at halftime for highlights, analysis, and the news from around the league. Again, every team in action tonight. Some wild races, especially in the East for the play-in tournament. That one's going to come up just short. Oh, and the Lakers now do get an offensive rebound. Tapped by Kennard. Almost went in and then tapped in. Lakers got it 5 to get it in. And they had pressure denial defense that time, and they forced the turnover.
The Lakers have done a good job so far forcing some turnovers on the Suns, and that's how they're offsetting the second.
Turn it over themselves. But again, they have had minimal turnovers. Brooks, and they'll reset it out on top with Royce O'Neal. Royce now to Brooks. Been in foul trouble nearly the entire night. Backing it up, here he is, going one-on-one with LeBron. taking on the challenge. Throws up a three. It wasn't even close. LeBron won that exchange by a wide margin. Now Kennard. Operating out on top. Running the show. Throws it away. Brooks with Rui giving chase. So is Ayton all the way. Throws it up. He gets knocked down. And he'll go to the line in 5 out of their last 14. Their last road win was at Chicago. But here's the real key. No way they're going to challenge the big boys.
Yeah, and a lot of those issues lost several games. They had a 6-game road trip. They played against several good teams and had a few of those games that came down to, 2 possessions, 3 possessions, and just couldn't close them out.
Kennard. Now he goes to the dribble with 5 to shoot. So all of a sudden it's all the way down to 3. And Luke fires it. That's going to hit the heel. Good hustle.
Some actions that can kind of spin this Suns defense around so that you don't end up with a shot late in the clock where Kennard has to shoot over his 7-footer.
Seems like that's been kind of an issue. Here it is right in front of the Laker bench. That's going to go up, over, and out. Hit the in conference. If they do finish third, they will play Minnesota. What's next? Rui looking to go baseline over Brooks. Boy, they surrounded Ayton. That for you about DeAndre in a minute, but your chance to win big lives every week on the official Lakers app. We're top for official rules. Head to Lakers.com/app so far.
Well, I can only,
underneath Mark Williams,
rate his performance based on vested in the center position between DeAndre and Jackson Hayes.
Really asked him to, and it's been a good little Jackson Hayes experiment also coming back with a new contract. But, as far as Ayton is concerned, they gave him a lot of opportunities, and they're going to continue to give him a lot of opportunities.
LeBron, Austin, Marcus Smart is a guy that also looks for DA a lot. He's gotten opportunities and will continue to get opportunities to impact the game on the offense.
You would want to be a big in this offense when Luka and LeBron and Austin are all on the floor at the same time. But that won't happen for a little while. LeBron, here he is, down the middle he goes. He runs into a defender.
36-132 in Houston, despite not playing Randall and Gobert. So that makes the Lakers magic number 1 in terms of at least on the 4 seed, increasingly likely here. And the only way to get to 3 would be win this one, win Sunday, and then, as you mentioned, Denver would have to lose at San Antonio on Sunday.
And we'll have much more of that pregame show, postgame show tonight, and breaking down all the scenarios. But again, Lakers cannot slip below 5, and it looks like it's 4 now, as Mike was talking about it, with Houston losing tonight. Here is Brooks, got to get a bounce, does not. If they do finish 3, it'll be Minnesota. Kennard. LeBron going to give it right back to Luke. There's a bit of a pick out on top. Kennard, bounce. They've got it down to 8 on the shot clock again. And they're isolating LeBron. Out to Rui. Open at the buzzer! Down for 3.
Yeah, the pass wasn't perfectly on target, but the intent was perfect. LeBron.
LeBron?
Yeah, no, congrats to Cal State LA women's basketball. Former teammate, Meta World Peace, formerly known as the Artest, as of Ron, serving as an assistant coach on that team. But congrats to the women's team on winning their championship this year. And congratulations to Michael Cooper for becoming the head coach.
Good job for Cooper. They battle. They're on the floor. Trying to cover it up his coffee. And he's helped up off the deck. Lakers, their high water mark this year was 25 over 500. High water mark for Phoenix. That was just 12 over 500, so the Lakers doubled that up. Lakers running a bit of a weave on the outside as Ayton did win the tap. Coming up on the halfway mark of the third quarter. Third quarter action as Kennard throws it in with the right hand.
But LeBron was so smart. He went from the left side of the floor, came to the right because he saw Bouye covering Kennard. So then the Suns try to ice it or keep that screen from going off. And then Luke Kennard's able to get to his right hand and get to that little push shot off the glass.
I mean,
really shooting the basketball well either.
So Kennard tonight looking to score a little bit more. He has tied his 52.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, some of these different because most of the time those bench players are still relying on those all-stars and all-NBA guys to create offensive opportunity.
Yeah, and remember, LeBron missed a ton early. Luka is missing some late, obviously. And again, there's no solid timetable for either he or Luka to return. I mean, it would be a gift, either of those two. All right, one field goal this quarter for Phoenix. One. Count them.
Yeah, just, you know, having a difficult time, you know, getting easy opportunities against this Lakers defense. The Lakers physically have the size advantage. You know, this lineup with Rui, D.A., Jake LaRavia, LeBron. There's not an easy matchup for the kickoff.
Lob jam! Throwing it down is D.A. The lob from Kennard. And that is his third assist tonight to go along with his 19 points. Bounce down the middle, he goes. Can't hit. Brooks tried to get the rebound, but we've got top. It's kind of a hockey assist that time from LeBron.
And this is how the Lakers have found success, even just have guys. Tonight, obviously, LeBron is the guy that can always create an advantage and get a fake.
Gadaro and Bouye on for the Phoenix Suns.
So now with this lineup, Luke Kennard is basically initiating or kind of playing that point guard role with LeBron going off the floor.
Well, LaRavia threw it away, but then he hustled to a lead. I mean, that's just the way it is. When basketball is fluid and entertaining and it's up and down, you don't have a lot of starts and stops. But that was just, give Jay credit, after he made the mistake, he really wanted the basketball and he wasn't going to let it go. 69-53. Wasn't the great toss in the world, but it's now in play. Fleming, catch, shoot, rebound off, taken by Rui. He fumbled it. And of course they get it to the sure-handed Luke Kennard.
So even in a situation like this, really up 16, 5 minutes to go in the third, good situation. But you're looking at, okay, if Luke Kennard has to play this role in the first round, can we do it? What are the right guys to have on the floor next to him? You see Marcus Smart, Maxi Kleber about to check in.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah.
Here, the reverse layup is nicely done by Amir Coffey. That stopped a 7-minute drought. They were thirsty. Nothing happened. 69-55. And so the Lakers lead ballooned up to 16, which had been their biggest lead. Bando goes down hard. Now they've got numbers coming back the other way with Brooks. Boy, he gets right into LaRavia, gets his own rebound, and he falls down out of bounds. Career high in points per game, field goals made per game, free throws made per game. Phoenix is 32 and 23 when he plays, and 18-game absence. So this was a point that you were talking about, Fish, that all those guys playing together really hasn't happened.
No, I think Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, and Jalen Green have only played about 9 to 10
Think
games
about that,
all
10
season
games
long
in an 82-game season.
Yeah, and the Suns team is a 43-win team with that. So imagine those guys playing even 30 games together. Maybe there's 5 or 6 more wins in that total.
Kennard off the rim. Good box out that time. Perfectly executed by Royce O'Neal. Now Fleming lob underneath, and it's laid up and in by Iguodala. And the Lakers need a timeout. It went from 16 down to 11, and coach said, I've seen enough.
Yeah, good timeout by Jay.
Or nothing.
No banners are hung for division titles.
We didn't even mention it,
but
until now.
It did used to be one of the intermediate goals and objectives throughout the course of the season.
Yep.
If you can win your division, it gives you a chance to win the conference, gives you a chance to have home court advantage in the playoffs.
So it's a nice accomplishment, but LeBron! Oh!
And I think both, the coaching staff and LeBron sensing, the first 3 minutes of this quarter are so vital to maintaining this lead and continuing to protect that fourth seed. They did a good job. Saw the defenders' numbers cut to the basket.
How about this again, Kleber?
Ball watching, you see the back of those numbers, you cut right behind him.
Double-double for James, 27 and 11. And, you know, your speculation that we might not see LeBron, well, we might not see him for a lot here in the quarter, but we are seeing him at the beginning. Phoenix is shooting atrociously here in the second half. Remember, they had that 7-minute drought in the third quarter. What, only scored 16 points. They're at 64 points. A couple of minutes into the fourth and final. LeBron pull up 17-footer. Ooh, that's going to go out of bounds. So JJ feels real comfortable with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart. Again, I mean, what the Lakers can control, they are trying to do that by taking care of business tonight.
Phoenix, 4 of 17 from the field in the half. 4-17. They nearly fumbled that one away. Bouye up against it. LeBron got a hand on it. Fell right to LaRavia. Pushing now is LeBron. Trying to get to the rim. Here he goes, left hand. Just going to be short. And Phoenix now with a couple of Lakers stuck in the back court. Corner, catch, shoot, weak side rebound. Nick Smith didn't have it, then he had it, then he spins around and gets it. This is not a bad guy to get it to. Count if it goes, it doesn't go. And join on the Chevron app to get 25 cents off per gallon. It's a pretty good deal, right?
Yeah, you might want to leave that up there all night. Right there, Billy, the price of gas. 25 cents off.
Again, you mentioned it right at the top. That was the first Sunday last night. And that was last night up at Chase Center. It moved on now, 24 hours later. Here come the Suns again. Underneath, that's a good. Well, LeBron will walk it into the front court. The attacking 47 here at Crypto.com Arena in front of a sellout crowd. LeBron isolated now on the right wing. LeBron backing in. Finds the three-point shooter, Bronny. Oh, he can't pay it off. The whole place was ready to explode that time.
And those are ones like you get so frustrated as a player. You just checked into the game.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you receive the basketball 28 feet away from the basket and you're supposed to knock it down.
Stolen. Rui wants help. Now he'll go to the dribble. All the way into the corner.
We'll see if Rui can get that one back and get back into the good graces of
I like it.
his teammate.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's interesting. We had that. I don't know if it was a spat. You want to call it with Vando and Redick a couple of games ago. They cleared the air. And it's all good between those two. At the time, JJ said it was no big deal. Here's LeBron straight away. That rolls around and spills out. 86-66. 7.5 to go. Fourth and final. The next to last regular season game. LeBron, another opportunity. Boy, he's piling up some numbers now. That's 6 rebounds. Go along with his 11 assists and 28 points.
He's also sensing,
and he has 4 steals too. 4 steals.
He's going to come out of this game soon, and he wants to get to the 30-point mark.
He's at 28. This could be 30. Rebound, Kobe Brea. He's being guarded by LaRavia. They come into the front court. Bouye goes right around the big, and he comes up short. That big was D.A. who looks down at Bouye and says something. Now LeBron, is he going to shoot it again? No, he's going to pass it. Great fun, isn't it? Bounce passes are fun, and they're effective.
Very effective, and I mean now
the distance in this game, especially the second half. Suns have 21 turnovers, and they've missed 27 threes. This one is on the way. That's the 28th miss from three-point range. Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, the Suns coming into this game tonight without their normal quarterback.
Oh, the lob underneath. Sorry, Fish, as they tried to find Bronny.
Nah, that was great.
Something, huh?
Marcus Smart with the great look, man. I think it hit the rim before Bronny could get to it.
They got Drew Timme in the game. So James Lurray, and he's going to be in the top 10 again. What did I say? The 12th time in his career. Top 10 in assists in the NBA. Here it is on the outside. Nothing but net by Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant went to Kentucky, as did about 100 other guys in the league. Getting it right back is Marcus Smart, former lottery pick. Rui out of Gonzaga. Here's Timmy also.
It was good little push floater there by Drew Timmy after the pocket pass from Rui. And, you know, both of these teams with guys on the floor that, you know, may not. Oh, Timmy pushed him on that one.
Rodgers. What can I say? Man has a ring. Here it is now to Brea. Good job tonight, Ben, and everybody here. Everybody here is a ball now to Marcus Smart. We got Danita Joe alongside. We also have the Hulkster right here in our great crew. And keep away out on top. Ronnie got it! Ronnie for three, straight away. 93-69.
Good rhythm, pull up. Ronnie passing and getting it right back, and then sliding into the pull-up three.
In front of the Laker bench, here's Coffee trying to throw it up and in.
If that was my son doing those things, that, you know, I'd be acting like a real fan.
Well, and he has at certain times, and
yeah,
he should.
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
he will probably say for his whole life that was my number one, getting to play alongside my son.
Yeah.
On the outside, Malawak is in there. Boy, he's digging and he scores. He had a really good game against the Lakers team. Last preseason game, when we saw him then, we thought he was going to log large minutes this year for this team. Big guy. 93-71. Some of this crowd is bleed into the night. They're convinced that the Lakers are on their way to another win. Fled, plead, we got it. Here's Jake Smith. But they're fleeing into the night. As I meant to say, it's the next to last regular season game. We got playoffs coming up. That's what we're looking for. All the way. Good dish underneath. Blocked that time by Dalton Connect. He blocked the big fella. Now Connect. Can he pay it off? Yes, he can.
Good knockdown by Dalton, and you know, Marcus Smart getting his minutes up, getting his conditioning and his wind, showing his ability to make those plays, kicking it out to Dalton.
Pull up by Brea. That's good box out that time by Dalton. Of course, trying to make the most out of his minutes, but few and far between. You know, Dalton hasn't played in a game decided by single digits since the first week in February. Timmy kind of throws that one up, and Malawak has the rebound.
Yeah, and in situations like this, man, when I played, I did play for other teams.
Yes, you did.
And I played for the Golden State Warriors. Late regular season game like this, these two teams are going to be in the playoffs, but I was on a team that wasn't going anywhere. And playing my heart out like it mattered. Later that summer, I get traded to the Utah Jazz. I have a conversation with Jerry.